Well, hello. Welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. Today we are doing the quest, Taste of a Toxin Paradise. It's a level 96 healer role quest in Dawntrail. So let's get started here. Lushkana nearly jumps for joy at the sight of you. I'm glad to see you. I just received word from Wislam and Zirag. Our culprits have finally been spotted. It seems the thieves head for Upper Lunasia. I offered to make my way there as soon as I could, but Wislam and Zirag said I should hang back for now. Once they've gathered enough information, they'll be heading back to Ailport. Let's go and see what news they have to share. Yes, let's go see what they have to say. What new information do we have to work with? No sign of Wislam and Zerag yet. I don't mean to assume the worst, but I admit I'm a bit worried. I knew I should have insisted on going. I don't want them injured on my behalf. Say we head out and find them. Miss Lushkana, terribly sorry for the delay. Wislam Zerag, thank goodness. How did you fare out there? You found El Arete and Kokunawa, yes? Oh, we found them all right, but it didn't take them long to find us. We were set upon by Kokunawa's mammoths. His mechanical menagerie greatly outnumbered us and may very well have been our end. Death by mammoths isn't an ideal way to go, mind you, so retreat was our only option. Cowardly though it may sound, we need to ensure we could keep you aware of the culprit's whereabouts. Before they spotted us, they were stuffing their little metal army into a skiff bound for Camp Bronze Lake. Mark my words, they're plotting something new. Of course, it's entirely possible they seek a quiet route to eastern Lunasia and wish to bypass Bronze Lake instead. But a thorough search of the camp would be wise. The last enemy you face is far beyond our capabilities, so this is as far as Wislam and I will be able to go. Sorry we can provide more decisive information. Honestly, I should be the one apologizing. You've risked life and limb for me already. I never meant to push you past your limits. You needn't dwell on it. We're as eager to bring those criminals to justice as you. Indeed, we shall at least take pride in knowing we could point you in the right direction. But we should take our leave for now. Wislam and I ran most of the way here, and I think I speak for both of us when I say we could use a comfortable chair and a hearty meal. None can gainsay your strength, my friends, but I beg you not to underestimate that of our foe. Go well, and may your determination guide you to victory. Camp Bronze Lake. The ferry skipper spoke of the place my first time here. We should hurry and seek passage before El Arete and Kokunawa elude us again. What a lovely camp. Now, if I were a half-crazed alchemist with the heart staying and a new scheme up my sleeve, where would I hide? Haha, is it just me or are those pigs flying in the sky? It hurts. It hurts to laugh. Oh dear, that doesn't bode well. To the upper levels, quickly! poisoning the springs, you truly are the lowest of the low. You flatter me. 'Twas just a little poison, really. As a treat, I'm afraid I couldn't contaminate all the water here, but we're having oh so much fun with our shiny new hallucinatory toxin. Step away from the springs. Now! Protecting the healer, are we? How sickeningly sweet of you. But you ought to watch your step as well, my dear fairy apple. Unless you find yourself seeking stars, or, Elrete is ought to miss? There! That was kind of a jump scare. Not very much of one, but just a little bit. Kokonoa, you look absolutely hideous, or should I say adorable. Why, you're as bonny as a porcelain doll. The hells are you on about? Very interesting. Yes, very interesting indeed. I believe I may have poisoned myself. Now there's a predicament. And guess what? Do you recall those antidotes I prepared at the base? Because I've forgotten to bring them. You're your own worst enemy. Do you know that? I suggest we retreat before you decide to dive headfirst into the springs for fun. Unbound, scum. Think we'll allow you to walk free after all the chaos you've caused? Well, yes, actually. Have you seen Elrete? She's in no state to contend with you, and I've never been one for rough and tumble. Of course, you're welcome to give chase, provided you have no qualms about leaving these poor souls to laugh themselves senseless. No, we can't do that. That's not the hero's way. Oh, retreat though we must, I must call today a rousing success. Or are you not, my dearest bushel of busybodies? We have plenty more tricks in store for you and the entire island. Don't sense any toxins in the water anymore, so the spring should be safe again. Seeing as Arete suffered from a taste of her own medicine, I doubt she's mastered much of the Heartsting's power. As such, any poison she produces from it would be relatively weak. Most of her handiwork has already evaporated with the steam. One might compare it to the way those awful unbalanced smoke bombs dissipate, and thank goodness they do. In more capable hands, however, the Heartsting's poisons remains active unless dispelled with Esuna or another form of antidote. The same permanence applies to its cleansing abilities for our food. Now there's much on my mind, but I think we've bigger problems to address first. Let's make our rounds to the camp, then talk about our next steps. I'm going to have a look around the springs to ensure the toxins are gone for good. Could I ask you to treat any victims you come across? Okay, we can do that. That's easy enough. Everything hurts. Someone please end this nightmare. Much appreciated. I wasn't anywhere near the water when it was poisoned, but the toxic steam must have drifted this way. I heard the rumors of that about mysterious mammoths roaming around the camp recently. I was more than a little apprehensive. I never expected those mammoths' masters would do something so cruel. Your efforts are helping put this turmoil behind us, and for that, you have my thanks. But I can't simply let you administer this aid alone. I should tend to the remaining victims as well. It's awfully nice of you. It'll make it all go so much faster. My costume compatriots, they're gone. Farewell, my visions. May you revel on in my memory. They say laughter is the best medicine, though I fear far worse than before. Many thanks for putting an end to it. I'll feel far worse than before. My mouth and my brain don't always correlate things quickly enough. I think I've earned myself another soak and an extra flagon of mulled wine. Pleasant travels to you, healer. Let's see. Oh, thank the gods. I wasn't expecting to nearly laugh myself to death at a place meant for healing. At least I can breathe easy again. I hear you're chasing after the ones who did this. You're either very brave or very reckless, but I'm inclined to assume the former. Inroad, all that laughing has exhausted me, so I may as well take a break from my soak. Thank you again for your kindness, and may the Navigator keep you. There she is. I was like, wait a minute, is she down that ramp, or is she over there? How goes the healing? Wonderful. I'm glad Esuna proved effective. For my part, I've given the springs a thorough look. The toxins have dissipated completely, so the bathers should be safe from here on out. As for El Rete and Kokunawa's antics, I've had a moment to reflect on everything. Now the work is done, do you have a moment to chat? I'm well versed in the numbing and blinding poisons we use in our hunts at home, but something kept troubling me about El Rete's toxins. I've never seen anything like it. I had no idea if it even existed among the Scorpion's gifts. El Rete may be inexperienced, but the fact she's learned to inflict hallucinations is cause for concern. Still, we should try to look on the bright side. She's yet to discover the Heartsting's cleansing properties. Judging by the way she couldn't cure her own ailments, knowing her as we do, I reckon she only has toxic trickery on her mind. Kokunawa, however, handled himself surprisingly well despite his exposure. You recall the man in Limsa who ate the poisoned apple? He claimed that Kokunawa took a bite, yet never suffered its ill effects. He must have some manner of immunity. But how? How intriguing. So instead of using an heirloom like the Heartsting, the Dunesfolk train their bodies to endure fatal toxins. I'd be interested to try that tea, as long as I had an antidote in hand. I didn't realize Kokunawa might have had that sort of upbringing, but it would certainly explain why El Rete's tricks don't seem to affect him. Few in my village would ever think to consume potentially lethal food or drink without drawing on the Heartsting's power. Yet the Dunesfolk do it gladly. The more I consider our differing approaches to poison, the more fascinating it becomes. I have a feeling the bathers won't want to overhear talk of poisons after what they've been through. Why don't we continue our discussion in Limsa Lamensa? Phew, I knew I've been anxious to ascertain our thieves' whereabouts, but things escalated far quicker than I thought. Your presence throughout the whole ordeal was a welcome one. What was not so welcome were Elrete's parting words. Whatever she has planned for the whole island, it can't possibly be good. Her acts of mischief have only grown worse since I arrived in the city. We must take the Heartsing back before she causes any lasting harm. Of course, it was Wislam and Zirig's efforts that led us to Elrete, so we'll have to thank them when I get the chance. In the meantime, I'll do what I can to track down our unruly thieves and report to you as soon as I'm able. And so that was the quest, a taste of a Toxin Paradise. Thank you for joining us here today for this little video here on YouTube. Hopefully we'll see you again for another video here on YouTube, or maybe one of our many streams over on Twitch. Till then, though, I hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your day.